Hello and welcome to the Buzzerbeater Show, Episode 3. My name is David Jones, and today we're going to talk once again about my favorite team, the New York Knicks. We're going to talk about my first ever Knicks game I attended in 2017, January 2nd, 2017. And yeah, at the time, the Knicks have traded for Derrick Rose. The Knicks traded for Derrick Rose, Justin Holiday, and a second round pick. The Bulls got Robin Lopez, point guard Jose Calderon, and Jaren Grant. This was the final year of Rose's contract. I mean, a lot of people back then, when Rose won his first MVP and only MVP as the youngest MVP ever in 2010-2011 season, a lot of people would have been surprised back then what had happened to Derrick Rose at this time. He injured his ACL in the 2012 playoffs against Philly. He was never the same after he returned. I think a season later. I mean, he sat out the 2013 season. He sat completely out, and then he returned. But he wasn't the same. He didn't have the same explosiveness, the same dunking abilities. It was all gone. And that's why the Bulls didn't see any future in him and they decided to trade him. And then he got traded in the summer of 2016 to the Knicks. Now he plays for Detroit. After the Knicks season was for him okay. It wasn't that great. And the Cavs, he got injured again, and everybody thought okay, this guy is not gonna be at long. Probably a lot of people thought he would retire at age 28. But the Minnesota Timberwolves wanted to trade for him, surprisingly. And yeah, then he got traded to the Wolves, and then he had a pretty good year with the Wolves, and now he plays for Detroit, and he has become better again. Not the same explosive scoring on everybody Derrick Rose from 2011, but still, he has improved a lot again. At the time, as this game started in January 2nd, 2017, we still had Porzingis. As most of you know, he was the 4th overall pick in the 2015 draft. Yeah, and the Knicks fans booed him. Why would you? He was from Latvia. He is from Latvia, and nobody knew who he was, and nobody really cared. They were all we don't know this guy. We're just gonna boo him. That was bullshit. Yeah. I mean, why would you boo a guy you don't even know? And yeah, probably also one of the reasons why he left. And there was a big three in town. We still had Melo too. We traded for him in 2010 with the Denver Nuggets, and we had Melo, Rose, and Kristaps as our big three. Everyone thought this was going to be a great season. NBA 2K actually had the Knicks the third-ranked best team behind Golden State and the Cleveland Cavaliers. But this turned out to be a really bad prediction. We just won 31 games and 51 L's. We took 51 L's and won 31 games. And this was a very disappointing 2016-2017 season. And after that season, Rose got traded to the Cavs. Melo got traded to OKC. And I mean, we had an okay season after that until Kristaps got injured against the Bucks. And I would have never thought that he would have requested a trade in 2019. I remember it. I was sitting on a couch next to my uncle, and he told me that he traded that they traded Kristaps for a lot of cap space so they could sign two. Like they said, it was they would sign in two max contracts and stuff. That's so much cap space to actually do that. But it just turned out we didn't even sign anyone in the summer of 2019. Nobody. And I would have never thought that in the February of 2018 this would be the last game I would ever see Kristaps play again. Ever. I would have never thought that. So he requested a trade in 2019 to Dallas. I was heartbroken. I just bought a new jersey from Kristaps, like, you know that jersey with the stripes on the side and also the stripes under your arm and stuff, like this really clean jersey with New York on top of it, and Kristaps Porzingis number 6 in front and on the back, and Kristaps Porzingis on the back and yeah, I bought that jersey. It was a lot of money. I'm not gonna say how much, but yeah, was weird, but still, I mean, yeah, it could have been worse. I mean, yeah. So at the time, we had Coach Jeff Hornacek. He was head coach of the Phoenix Suns before. I would say an NBA legend. He was a shooting guard, really good shooting guard from 86 to 2000, and he was drafted by the Suns, 46 overall in the 1986 draft. After his sixth season in Phoenix, he was traded to Philly, and got traded again in the 1993-1994 season. Was the third choice behind John Stockton and Karl Malone on the Utah Jazz. I mean, he was a great shooter, great 3-point shooter, and he retired in 1999-2000 season to spend more time with his family. So you could tell he was a great guy. He cared about his family. He also cared about the Phoenix Suns as he coached them. I think with Steve Nash and Mars Stoudemire, or was that? I'm not really sure. But he was a great guy, great personality, everything. But yeah, still it just didn't work out as a Knicks. He left after a disappointing season of 2018. And at the time, we had a starting line of Derrick Rose, Courtney Lee, Carmelo, Joakim Noah, and Lance Thomas. Kristaps didn't play in that game. That was also pretty bad. You have to remember, none of the guys, not even on the bench, not even the last guy, are on this team anymore. Not even this Ron Baker guy. Nobody. They're all gone. We don't have those guys anymore. Kristaps gone. Melo gone. Courtney Lee gone. Lance Thomas gone. Joakim Noah gone. All gone. I'm not even sure. This is, God damn. We didn't even we never rebuild after this. And in this game, the Knicks didn't play any defense. This was like watching a 90s game or 80s game where the players didn't shoot as much threes back then, and they just would defend the two spots. And there was no defense from the 3-point line. None. I mean, it has improved over the years, especially this season. And Orlando just pulled away in the second and third quarter. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, we played against Orlando Magic. They had Aaron Gordon, Nikola Vucevic, and Serge Ibaka at the time. I mean, I went to the game and I thought yeah, this would be an easy win. I didn't know as much about the Magic at the time, and I thought yeah, I mean, we have this big three. I was hoping too this was gonna be the season where the Knicks were gonna be good again, but this turned out just to be a complete disaster. And Aaron Gordon and Nikola Vucevic would just hit the three from outside and they just would pull away. I mean, Nikola Vucevic wasn't that improved as he is now, but still, I was surprised that we lost that game. I mean, at the end of the game, they just pulled away by hitting every three in the New York's face, and the bench warmers even played better than the Knicks players. I think there was too much ego. There was more energy in the bench. They should have done that like so long ago, and there was just no energy. Jeff Hornacek looked really disappointed after the game, and we lost 115 to 103. I would have liked to imagine that my first Knicks game would have been a little better. I mean, I'm not just gonna talk like negatively about the Knicks. The standing to the U.S. flag, where everybody rises up, that was incredible. The floor was lit with the U.S. flag. It was incredible. It was the first time I ever saw something like that, and I liked it a lot. But the only problem was the game was just, there was no energy. You could feel the whole time. Melo was not playing defense. Kristaps didn't even play. Rose was just trying to be Rose again and like doing these crazy layups, but some of them we just wouldn't miss. And Joakim Noah always had to be like the guy who clean up the mess. And the leaders in points were Melo with 19 rebounds, Joakim Noah with 10 assists, 4 with Derrick Rose. Today, it's just crazy. We have a completely different team now. R.J. Barrett, great player. Just, we don't have anyone like Elfrid Payton. We got him like in 2019. Julius Randle also got in 2019. We have none of the players that we had back then are still on the team today. That's crazy. I mean, I think last season still Courtney Lee wasn't on the team, but still, this is only 3 seasons ago. And, I mean, man, we just need a new front office. I know this is just going to be like, I'm crying about stuff, but we need a new front office. This can't be. Why do we have this owner? Why do we have... I mean, so many guys are already like discussed this thing, but I'm gonna discuss it again. If we had an owner who doesn't always try to pull all like discuss, like he always trash talks with all the best players on the other team all the time. That's why probably Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving didn't want to go to New York Knicks, because first of all, because the Nets don't get as much attention as the Knicks, because the Knicks are the top dog and they're the top team in New York. But still, it sucks. Nobody wants to come to New York. Nobody. I mean, and the front office doesn't even want to. They don't even want to rebuild. James Dolan. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why do you always have to complain about every call? The only thing you've ever done before is spending money. You have a lot of money and you're willing to spend it. It's the only thing you have done in this 20 years since you have owned the Knicks. Okay, yeah, this is... yeah. I mean, we need an owner who knows what he's doing and doesn't cry about everything like a little baby, and who doesn't always take us away the biggest players. We need a guy who knows what he's doing. Okay, I'm sorry. So, if you like this podcast, leave a like. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. I think my next podcast is probably going to be about my top 10 players of all time. or about the new documentary, The Last Dance, that just dropped. I mean, I'm watching it on Netflix. I'm not watching it on ESPN because I don't live in the States. I'm not gonna tell you where I live. I don't live in the United States, but I could actually watch it if I had American television. I don't have American television, so I watch it on Netflix. And I'm right now at episode 2. I mean, I'm recording this right now on Tuesday. But Tuesday the 21st of April. And so the next episode is probably going to drop next Monday. So I don't know. I don't even know how many episodes there are. But still, I'm probably either of those two. Top 10 of all time or the doc. So, until next time. Peace!